India has strongly objected to the remarks of the US State Department spokesperson about certain legal proceedings in India. In a statement, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs said that in diplomacy, states are expected to be respectful of the sovereignty and internal affairs of others. This responsibility is even more so in case of fellow democracies. It could otherwise end up setting unhealthy precedents. India's legal processes are based on an independent judiciary which is committed to objective and timely outcomes. Casting aspersions on that is unwarranted. On Wednesday, the US Acting Deputy Chief of Mission, Gloria Berbena, was summoned by the ministry in Delhi, and the meeting lasted approximately 45 minutes. Now, Amritpal Singh joins us with more on this story. Amrit, fill us in with the details. What exactly has, what transpired in that 45-minute meeting when the official was called in by the Ministry of External Affairs?
Well, Gloria Berbena, this morning was called in. She's the US Acting Deputy Chief of Mission. She was called in where India lodged a strong protest against the US State Department's remarks, casting aspersions on the legal proceedings in India. The US State Department had issued a statement saying that a fair trial in a transparent manner should happen in the Arvind Kejriwal case. Now, India sees that as interference in the internal affairs of India, and that was conveyed to Gloria Berbena this morning in that meeting, where she was told very clearly that for India this is unacceptable. India has a healthy democracy, and the US being a democracy, India expects them to uphold the democratic values and not interfere in other countries' internal affairs. And India sees it as an affront on its sovereignty. And she was reminded that India has an independent judiciary which carries out its judicial legal procedures in a manner laid down by the law. And to cast aspersions on that is very, very unhealthy and does not augur well for how democracies function and in the ambit of the international law. And India expects that from the US.
Now, Amrit, this has come from, an official department of the US government, not like, some think tanks and things like that, which often make comments. So this is rather unusual, isn't it, in terms of the US making these kind of comments? Could the State Department spokesperson be held responsible for something like this as being a greenhorn or something?
Well, it is unfortunate that, the US State Department chose to say that, and that was conveyed very clearly to the US through their representative here in India in very, very strongly worded language. And of course, given the fact that the meeting lasted, generally when envoys are summoned, they are very tersely told. But clearly, in the very fact that the meeting lasted for about 40-45 minutes, that means an exchange happened, because US is a friendly country. So for India, coming from the US State Department, this was unacceptable. So it was discussed at length, and the Indian position was very clearly conveyed to them, and it was made clear in unambiguous terms that India sees that as an affront on its sovereignty and doesn't expect then that from democracies like the United States of America.
Okay, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Amritpal Singh, joining us with those inputs.